have to. He thought he was waiting on me. PJ doesn't know I caught it. You gotta go to your left. Good morning, YouTube. Today is gonna be one of those days that is so incredible, so huge, that I'm probably gonna lay down in bed tonight, look up at the ceiling and go, that was big. Anyways, this morning we have a semi going out, we have a delivery with old Thomas that we're gonna use, and then we are gonna get to the rebaler, and I'm gonna show you guys serious production. We have the trailer in here that we're intending on using for the delivery later, unfrosting because it's a snowy tundra outside. We have Thomas in here, nice and warm, because Thomas has some trouble starting when it's cold outside. And we have Justin and myself are manning the telehandlers, getting the semi-load staged. So typically, when it's nice weather and everything's beautiful and it's like we're in this arid climate with no moisture to worry about, which is almost never, but sometimes it does happen, we like to stage the hay up here on this concrete apron in front of the shop. Well, we have one spot over there that is exposed concrete, so we'll probably stack some hay there, but the rest of it's kind of a mess. So Justin started staging before me this morning. He is running one of the telehandlers and grabbing hay out of that barn and staging it up in this shed right here with some under roof concrete. This particular order is 4 different types of hay. So we're gonna be pulling from actually only 2 different barns, but you have to sort of keep it itemized and whatnot so people know what they're getting. We are starting the staging process here. This load is convenient for us this year because it is going to be all bale bearing packages. We have sent out a ton of semi-loads that have been half Archisin, half bale bearing, or some Archisin, some bale bearing, and it got a little difficult staging and stuff. So this is nice, it'll be all 21 bale bundles. We're not worrying about the difference of 7 and the stacks and all that. So we have some unbelievably gorgeous third cutting orchard alfalfa heading out. I mean, just unbelievable green on that. I hope the camera does it justice. We spent some time doing some snow pushing yesterday, and I think it's safe to say that the semi is just done for a little bit. It's trapped. If you're looking for a semi-load anytime soon, just wait till the snow thaws. It's done. Everything else cleaned out. We got the Fords. They're out here. They're still getting it. I am heading up to the barn that we usually fill with some of our second cutting. We call the arena because it used to be an old horse riding arena back when my mom had horses. She doesn't have horses anymore, so we stuff it full of hay, naturally. I mean, if you've ever been to a hay farm, you pretty much realize that any roof space usually gets stuffed with hay and everything else is kind of an afterthought. If it got to the point where we had to stuff like the farmhouse with hay and we had to sleep outside, if it was a nice quality second or third cutting, we would probably do it. We'd probably sleep outside for a while. Let there be some light. This barn is almost sadly empty for not even 2023 yet. We are still in 2022. This was all full and it was emptied. Then we tried filling it back up again and it got emptied, and now we're here. We're going to be pulling from this batch right here. This is a nice second cutting, 50-50-ish or so. It's pretty nice. 50-50 meaning orchard alfalfa. Decent maturity, nice, soft, good color. So let's get after it. My mom does a really nice job making sure that the yard is mowed all the time. One of her downfalls is she doesn't really know when to stop mowing. So it's snow covered, the grass is dormant. We make sure that her mower is indoors right here, but we just set pallets in front of it so she does not get on and start mowing, because I think if the snow thawed that she might start mowing again, so we just take that choice right out of her hands. Here we have a nice hard-fought grab of 63 bales. This barn is a pinch goofier than some of the other barns that we can only stack 1, 2, 3 barons upright high, and then to not waste roof space, we have to flip the top one and set it, I guess you'd call it flat. There's significant overhang over here. And that is not something I saw from the ground floor. So I had to do, had to pull some tricks out of my sleeve and get that. There'll probably be some complications getting this hay out. I'm not gonna show the whole thing because at the end of the day, this is meant to be a rebaling video, right? I just wanted to be, I don't know, genuine with our day-to-day with you guys, because we're at the point where we pretty much do load at least 1 semi a morning. A lot of times it's 2. So this is kind of our daily routine. We have the shippers know we'll be ready if they send the trucks between 9 and 10:30 usually. So from 8 to 9 o'clock, we're typically getting 1 or 2 semi-loads ready and the deliveries. And so that's what we're doing. But I'm not gonna show a lot of that. We're gonna try to burn through this semi, this delivery, and get to rebaling. We typically fit about 36 baron bundles in a semi, so that would be 18 tiers of 2 if you follow the math. A lot of people ask, why don't you just pull out of the barn and load this semi? There's pretty much 3 reasons. One, we can't pull out of the barn very easily and load the truck because it's not stacked that way, so that kind of eliminates that whole thing. 2, I like to get a final count before the truck comes, so then I just know, there's no discrepancies. Sometimes you do lose count. Like, you have a couple hours of just pushing stacks and stuff like that, it's easy to miss a stack or add a stack or whatever. So this eliminates all chances of making a calculation error. And 3, it's a final chance for a quality adjustment, not really a quality adjustment, a final chance for a last minute visual and make sure the quality is what you intend to send. Does it look like the pictures I sent? Is there not any weeds? Am I running into any mold issues that I didn't know about? Things like that. So walking through, you just kind of give it a once over. And I'll count these bundles, and we have 4 more outside, and it came up to 36, so we're good to go. So now while we wait for the semi, we are loading up our delivery. We are loading these bundles 3 wide, and we'll put the side attachment grapple, which that is an overhead, I guess you'd call. We'll put the side grapple on and unload these from the does anyone know why this thing does that? I hate it. Anyways, we need 500. And the semi will show up, we'll get that loaded, we'll take this out, and then we'll come home and we'll rebale. The truck finally arrived. We don't usually tend to load right there. We usually load somewhere over here, but we're worried that the ground is still pretty icy. So once we start getting that 400, 500, 600 bales in there, I think the machine's gonna have trouble pushing. So right here doesn't have any ice, and it's actually exposed driveway, so we're gonna try our best right here. We have gotten in the habit of blowing out every truck that comes in, because some of them are just hauling some really wacky stuff. And you can get that first bundle you push in, it can just be coated with a bunch of really nasty stuff that a horse doesn't need to have in its stall. So we blow every truck out, and we'll get to loading. We're gonna be carrying it a little farther than usual, but it's not a big deal. It's not like it's our own calories, Looks like we got some, what'd you say, Justin? Copper, nails, some paper, wood chips. Nice. Get that out of here. Oh, lost my papers. My Detroit. Ah. The nice part about parking here is we're close to the dumpster. There we go. All set. Now we got to string up.
We're already mid-strung.
Why did we string up?
So they don't fall over.
Have you ever had one fall over?
Oh yeah.
I think, well, probably 3 maybe.
Yeah.
I don't even know if it's been 3. Maybe just 1.
No, we had more than one time. And I know 2.
Maybe you, not me.
No, you were there. You probably didn't want to tie it.
If you guys have been following the channel, you've seen us load box fans before. It's not terribly exciting. But if you're new to the channel, thank you very much for showing up. Make sure you subscribe. And also, enjoy watching us load box fans. The only laborious part of this task is after he pushes his second set of bundles in, we will get up there and tie them together with string that we already have pre-placed on there. You can see it's wound up behind the grapple there. And that's just to ensure that the front two bundles don't tip forward and we don't lose precious room in that trailer. Because the goal for this particular load is we would really like to get 756 in there. If they tip forward, it's very unlikely we'll still get 756. And no one's happy. I'm not happy, the customer's not happy because it's all subject to additional cost with freight. So the more bales or more tonnage you get on the truck, the better deal it is pretty much for everyone. Besides the trucker, I guess. Hey, pretend I didn't say that. So here we have two 21 bale bundles. So we're looking at 42 bales right there. I'll get up there and pull those strings down, have them ready for Justin to push the next set in. Then we'll get up there, we'll tie them tight, and we're good to go. Then it's easy sailing from there. All set, tied up, ready to go. That's two pushed in there. Justin's down to his last three grabs, pushing into the truck. We haven't had an issue that I can see with the wheels sliding and slipping and not getting the load forward, so I think that the spot we chose is going to work just fine. These are obviously the three hardest pushes, the last three. Even with the extended distance that we're traveling and whatnot, this load still only took, I'm guessing, I'm adding about 4 minutes to it, 27 minutes. The truckers are usually pretty happy because when they see that hay is on their bill of lading, like, oh my gosh, I gotta sit here and wait 2 hours while it gets loaded. Well, it's not the case around here. I'm actually extremely embarrassed to admit what I have to go do. Our shippers actually send me a bill of lading that I print off the email because the bill of ladings that I write up, my handwriting is so atrocious that they've caused problems in the past. For example, we sent a load to Florida. It was a flatbed, and we got 840 bales on the load, and my chicken scratch looked like it said 810. So the customer's like, well, why, there's 810 on here, we paid for 840. If I was gonna try to fraudulently charge a customer for 30 bales, I do think I have my wits about me where I would write the extra 30 on the bill of lading too, but whatever. So now I just have them print a copy, or now I just have them email a copy that's printed with the legible text on it. So that's what I'm going to do now. Justin and I are just leaving for this delivery. 504 bales. We'll see if Thomas can handle the job. But at this rate, I don't even know if we're going to get to rebaling because we have to stop at the Spencer farm and use Thomas again to get 798 bales out of the bank barn for a semi coming tomorrow. So we'll see if this even becomes a rebaling video or if it just becomes a miscellaneous hay delivery and moving and loading video. Ready? I don't know yet. I really don't know how to get there. I gotta punch it in my phone. This is going into... We don't send a lot of our own hay. That's a lie. We don't drive a lot of our own hay south. Today we're going a little bit south. It's only like 25 minutes. PJ is well into it. We can't quite go 3 bundles high, so there's some overhead that we're missing. So we're doing some MacGyvering and flipping and spinning them, and they're getting in there all right. Perfect. This one he actually sat down, spun it around, got behind and pushed in this way. Maximizing as much area as we can. It is a real bummer that we couldn't get 3 high. These bales are like 65 pounds, so it's really hard to stack up high, so we opted not to. How'd it go?
Nice. It went real good.
Yeah, good. Well, we got that handled. Now we are heading to the second home base. That's like Justin's headquarters out there. We're gonna pull some hay out of the bank barn for a semi-load going tomorrow. We're gonna use Thomas again. Thomas is really getting a workout today. We are super proud of him. We made it to home base number 2. Second base. We're going to attempt to pull 798 bales out of that bank barn using Tommy. You got room? Yeah. What is that? Beautifully green, not the best stack. This barn is not exactly ideal for bundles.
No.
Not the way we were handling them. Might have to. How much room we got on the other side?
Well, we got...
Just to let, we are not pulling this stuff or that stuff. We're getting the side lofts. Because this is third cutting, and these side lofts are second. We gonna need more than this?
I think so.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 10, 10, 20. Got 20 on this side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 high times 6, 30. That's 50. We're hardly gonna need any today.
So we'll make it?
I think we have, oh gosh, I think we have 6 at home. It's 53. So we're gonna have to finagle a couple.
What about that one you got?
8 bale bundle.
Take it, spin it, set it down, and then you can grab it.
You're gonna do that with Tommy? I'll do. All right.
Tommy can do,
I'll take Dearson.
and then Tommy will go in there.
Yeah. This becomes a machine shed when we pull hay out of here. We got the hay out of here already. This sold in like 2 days. It was kind of wicked. We have Carl's International 464 that's down here. This probably won't be moved for years. We have Justin's pride and joy, his 1155, which he has tinkered with quite a lot. He's actually put quite a lot of work into. And at this point, I believe it's running pretty good. So maybe we can get this puppy on a, who knows, a baler or something next year would be pretty awesome. And I think this is the first time we're unveiling the Deere 333G. This is a tracked machine right here. Thank you, Pole & Implement, Tony Poland specifically, for getting us into this awesome machine. We're gonna check it out. We're gonna get it rolling. I gotta take the bucket off. Okay, this is really goofy. This is a super small bucket on this Justin was using to move snow. It's not even as wide as the tracks, so not ideal there, but we're just making do with what we got. It's very nice. These skid steers with doors, the doors are super cool because that means this is insulated and heated and cooled. You have it open. Oh. So let's see if we can figure this out. This is pretty cool because I think you can actually have a code that you need to punch in to actually start the skid steer. We don't have a code yet, we probably should. But if you're on like a job site or something, you can punch in codes and that starts registering hours to that specific job site. And it's keyless, so I guess we should have a code because there's not much security on this. So we'll do that. After this video, we'll set up a code. Unlock the hydraulics, bring it out of park. The system really is working pretty well. I don't have anywhere to mount this camera, so I'm going to try to hold it between my legs and see what happens. PJ's scooting around and Thomas in there. We can't get good focus, but we can at least see what he's attempting to do. He thought he was waiting on me. PJ doesn't know I caught him. You gotta go to your left a little bit, Justin. Left just a little bit. Come on in. Yep. Now towards me. Perfect. That trailer does look pretty good. I'll move it up. I will pull F600 and BLT Blue Load trail up, and we'll keep going. How's it going for you in there?
Need seat covers.
I know. Yeah, that's Lewis.
It's going good in there.
Yeah. This thing's really comfy.
It is. The seat is.
Yeah. We got it done. We got it handled. It was actually pretty fun. If you guys are looking for a review, I don't know if you're in the market for one of these or even a smaller model or a skid steer in general. I liked it. Didn't work it very hard. This thing's an absolute powerhouse, and I was only lifting up 28 bales with it. I was going up an incline and stuff, and I was turning in kind of muddy conditions, whatnot, but I liked it. It gets a thumbs up for the hour I spent in it. Visibility's not great though. Just to be completely honest, it seems bulky. The corner posts and everything. I mean, you really have to know your surroundings the whole time because you can't see that well from inside the cab. Load 1. Load 2. Justin has a real tender spot in his heart for Thomas, so I'm going to ask him about his experience with both the new John Deere. I don't really have a name for it. It's just a John Deere. You know, the name kind of speaks for itself. And Thomas. They're like twins.
Brothers.
What do you think? What's your comparison? Your overall critique of either Thomas?
I have to say Thomas was very happy that Johnny was here.
Yeah, for today.
Down the hill. Comparisons?
Oh yeah.
The visibility I think is great.
In Thomas?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the visibility in the Deere is not great.
No, it's not bad, but it's
Yep.
not the best.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, that's a pretty good old machine.
Yeah.
I mean, it's done quite a bit.
What would you rather plow snow with?
Probably that.
No.
I got to do a little bit with
Yeah.
the John Deere.
With the little bucket.
Yeah.
It wasn't even
Did you
big
like
enough.
that?